Hi. So today is kind of like new angle. Kind of feels weird, but don't mind. How are you guys doing today? Honestly, I don't know, but this happens. This happens whenever I am filming videos, but I don't know how to start the video. So how are you guys doing today? Are you guys doing okay? For me, I am doing not bad. Thanks for asking. It's summertime and it's getting hot outside. It's getting hotter and hotter day by day outside. But also, I already said this before, like previous video, but it's kind of crazy that half of 2025 is already past, like done. It's kind of crazy. I feel like I haven't done anything yet in 2025, but I've done a lot. I've changed a lot as a human being. Like, I've grown up as human being and like doing this, creating my own videos, that which I always wanted to do, but I couldn't for like 4 years. I was kind of hesitating it, and I was too shy, and I used to care what others think about me, and then kind of like what if my friends found my YouTube channel or TikTok or Instagram account and find me weird or just started or judge me. But now I don't care. Just let them. And I don't think they would, because if I saw one of my friends starting YouTube channel, I will support them and I will watch it. So yeah, but even if they do, I don't care. I will just do whatever I want because this is my life, so I don't care. But anyways, so it's summertime. Crazy, right? Honestly, like many things are happening as always in my life. I think in your life too, of course. Needless to say, but yeah, so I kind of sometimes lose track of days or time. Days. I am trying to get it out of my system or my brain that the idea of I have to be constantly doing something, or I have to be working really hard for something, even though that thing is not something I want. Does that make sense? Like, I have to constantly be working or doing something, do, but I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. And of course the thing was, like something I've always wanted, then I should really work really hard for that, but I stopped trying so hard to work for nothing, work for something I don't want or I don't even care, because this is my life and my life is once and my life is limited. There's time limitation, so I don't want to waste my time. I just want to enjoy the present moment, which only exists in my life at this time right now. So yeah, that's something I'm working on and I'm talking about. I've been talking about this in every video I've created, so maybe you'll be like, okay, I get it. Yeah, but like I said, I'm trying to get the idea of, like I said, like constantly be working hard or working towards something. But it's kind of stuck in my mind or in my brain, so I'm kind of having a hard time wipe it out. So sometimes that old thoughts come back or come into my mind, and remind me to do something. No matter what, do something. Whether I like it or not, don't care. Just do it. You know, kind of these intrusive thoughts. Like these thoughts will come up and make me feel like I don't deserve to just exist or just live in the present moment. So that's why sometimes I rush to you know, make something happen, or rush to some kind of clarity, or you know. I realized that I'm kind of rushing. I'm kind of rushing to something. I don't know what that is exactly, but I feel like I'm rushing. So that's why I came up with this idea today. Don't rush to anything. Don't rush to conclusion to things, to your goals. That pause, that gap between your realities. Everything happens for a reason, so we can't control our timeline. I feel like I talked about this in the previous video, but I've been kind of in this pose of my life, like gap between two realities, my old reality and my new reality. And there's gap between, and I am kind of transforming, but I feel like the gap is kind of like been here too long, and I hate waiting for something to happen, or it kind of sucks to wait for something to happen, or it kind of sucks to you know, wait something to change for me or work for me. So I just want new reality as soon as possible. Like, who doesn't? So I sometimes, or every day, I kind of rushing for new reality to come or catch up with me, so that I can start my new life, new myself. But it's not how it works, and everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that. So even the gap that I'm currently experiencing, or the gap between two realities that I'm in right now, is also happening for a reason. So all I gotta do is just accept and just live in the present moment, and you know, just don't rush to anything. But I watched it was on Instagram reels, and this guy is a college student, and his environment, or his people around him, or you know, or even the college is telling him or forcing him to figure it out all, like his career or his future, you know, in general. But he doesn't want to. So he's kind of struggling to deal with that situation. And I get that, you know, like society, or you know, I don't know who's pushing ourselves, or you know, forcing ourselves to figure it all out. But we don't even know. Like, we don't even know what's going on in our lives. We're too young to figure it all out. I don't know, but I'm just sharing what I think. So I want you to use your own discernment. But I don't think we don't have to figure it all out as younger self, like younger generations. Of course, planning out your life or your future is important. Like, if you have your passion, or the very goal you want to achieve in your lifetime, you know, your purpose over, you know, if you already figured these things out, and then maybe you should really planning your life out, and like, you know, work hard, luck in to make it happen. It's, yeah, if you have one, but a lot of us don't even know, like we don't even know that much about our lives, right? Like kind of like we don't even have that much experience, and if especially students are kind of protected, it's also kind of like one part of society, kind of like a little society, or you know, school is kind of like not society, kind of like, but like, you know, practicing before you become independent, become an adult, and like, you know, to join as a part of the big one society. And that is, if that makes sense, does that make sense? Like, but students also kind of like protected, so we don't even know what's it like to be a part of society by our own self. Does that make sense? I don't, but anyways, so, and now that I think about my experience, I thought, I don't know how to explain this, but you know, my perspective or my perception was too narrowed. I'm actually from Japan, for example. So I'm actually from Japan, and I was raised and born and raised in Japan. I've been to the States for like 3 months, 3 weeks or for 1 month, but other than that, I've never been to overseas, like outside of Japan. So I thought, how can I word this? I felt like what I experienced, or what communities, or you know, my high school, junior high school, elementary school, or my part-time jobs, you know, there's communities in each part of, as I grew up, I belong to many like different communities, like part-time job, high school, junior high school, or you know, volunteer, or you know, kind of like that. And I thought I experienced a lot as human being, and I belonged to many communities. I was thinking like that, but when I went outside of Japan, and I am currently in Canada, I've met like new people, new environment, new completely different culture, different country, place, and people are totally different, and languages, even language is different, you know. And kind of that experience kind of brought into my perspective or perception, you know, oh, there's this part of globe, or you know, there's like I've witnessed, or I've seen so many people that I couldn't even see in Japan. So I was kind of shocked, but at the same time, I kind of felt, oh, this person is living their lives like this, so maybe why can't I just, like, I feel kind of silly that I'm taking my life too seriously. Like here in Canada, people are kind of like very kind, but kind of like, I don't know exactly, but they're kind of embracing their own lives, if that makes sense. But I used to do the opposite. I was always caring what others think about me, and biggest people pleaser, and I wasn't living my life that I wanted. You know, these kind of, so what I'm trying to say here is kind of like, it's not, we don't even know. Like there's so many things, or things we can experience, or you know, life is not all about what we think it is right now. And we can realize that, or we get to know that when we experience new things, or when we are in new environments, or when we are with new people we've never met, or something new came into our lives, then we can realize that. But I used to think like my life is all about what I think it is. That does that make sense? Like, oh, this is my life. So I didn't even know. I only had little slightly very tiny perspective or perception, but I thought that is all about life. Like that, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But it's not. There's so much more than that. There's so many beautiful places I've never been to, or there's so many great people I've never met before, or even the quite opposite too. And there's so many things I've never experienced before, or there's so much more than that, and we don't even know that. But we have to, like, we are kind of forced to figure it all out about our lives, but we can't. We don't even know, and we have little experiences. We don't even have that much experience for like 20 years, 20 to 25 years, and then figure it all out rest of our lives, like 80 years or like 60 years. How is that possible? So, but society is kind of like pushing ourselves, or lots of things are like, we have to figure it all out already, no matter how old you are. And that's good. And if you don't, you're bad, kind of like that. But it's not that simple. And life is not all about what you think it is. You're currently thinking it is right now. So we should not rush to anything, like I said. So and everything happens for a reason. So maybe one day some life-changing turn of event would happen in your life, and that would sweep off your feet, or change your life completely. We don't even know. But if you don't even have what you want to do, or your passion, your purpose, your goals that you really want to achieve, or we don't even need to rush to anything. Don't even rush to conclusions. Don't rush to anything, because everything happens for a reason. It's not like I'm saying figured it all out is bad. Not that. It's awesome thing if you could. But once we figured it all out, or figured it out, for me personally, I feel like I will be fixated on that plan or that idea, and I can't even, like, my motto, or I just want to experience as much as possible, like both bad and good in my life. So I want to see so many like different side of everything, and I want to explore all around the globe, or kind of like that. So maybe I'm different from normal. Maybe I'm a little crazy, and I think I am not supposed to be the same as people around me. Like, I want to go against it. I want to break it. I want to break that cage that society put ourselves in, if that does that make sense. I just want to live my life, what I want, whatever I want, my life. So it's kind of off topic, I guess, but just what I want to say is just don't rush to anything. That's something I'm working on, and it's kind of hard to go against what society want us to do. but I will never give in. I will just live, I will seek, I will try. There's no right or wrong in life, so, and I will make it right if there is. So, but I don't think so, there isn't. So yeah, just live my life. So if you're a person who are rushing towards something, you're not alone. You're not alone. I'm too. And if you feel like you're crazy, I'm here with you. I am crazy too. And figuring it all out already is not all about our lives. Does that make sense? Like, we don't even have to figure it all out. We can just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Just go with the flow and see what happens. Right? Just so take it easy. If you are watching till at this point right now, you are awesome. Thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate you. Appreciate it. Then yeah, just take it easy and don't take your life too seriously and don't rush to anything. Just take it easy, go with the flow and see what happens. Yeah, so I hope you have wonderful day, weekends. Whenever you're watching this video, I will see you in the next one. So talk to you soon.